Hey guys, what's up? It's iFlynn here. It's been almost 2 years since I've last used that intro. The last time I actually made a video was back in April 2022 when I was doing a little sponsored video for the Angels of Disarmament update, showing you guys how to play Void Flood for the first time. That was pretty cool. But I have been missing in action basically for almost 2 years now, and I feel like I need to make a video explaining to you guys where I've been. So this is going to be more of a personal video, not something that I usually do on the channel, but I want to do more moving forward because I feel like that's going to keep the channel more sort of fresh and honest and more like personality first rather than just Warframe, Warframe, Warframe. Nothing wrong with the channel being Warframe, 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 by the way, because that's just sort of like the brand and audience that I've built up over the years. But I never really put my personality out there. Of course, like people come to your channel for your content, that their type of thing. But I've never really talked about what I think or my feelings and stuff like that openly on my channel as often as I should have, I guess you could say. I did it more on the Twitch side, but never really on the YouTube side to keep you guys updated as to like where I'm at. So this is going to be more of a personal video with a little bit of like Warframe as a topic sprinkled in. And I'm just going to be going through what I've sort of been through on my own little YouTube journey and what I've been doing the past 2 years. Because for a little bit of context, for anybody that doesn't know, I have been doing YouTube, at least Warframe YouTube, since 2015, and that started when I was 16. Angels of Disarmament, I did my last video up until I was like 22, something like that. So I was in the YouTube game for a while, and I basically had to teach myself how to navigate through, YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and Discord as like an environment, all on my own growing up as a teenager. I didn't come from like a very, I guess, technology inclined family. So I had basically no help, and it was about me teaching myself how to navigate these environments all on my own. And you might be thinking to yourself, like, what does this guy even mean navigating these environments? I'm basically referring to like navigating through these environments as a YouTuber because your experience on the likes of YouTube, Discord and Twitch and stuff like that, it's vastly different as like a personality, I guess you could say, or influencer, because you have so many different like streams of information coming at you. You've got YouTube comments, you've got like random people messaging you over Discord, you've got like tons of people talking to you in Twitch chat and stuff like that. And it's quite overwhelming, especially as like a teenager, knowing how to handle like all of these people trying to talk to you and give you information. And I go back and I look at some of the interactions that I had with members of my own community, maybe even some of the DE staff, because as you know, um, as content creators or Warframe content creators, Warframe partners, we got to like interact closely with the developers. And me being young, I sort of cringe at some of the stuff that I have said to the developers now as a 25-year-old. Well, I'm not 25 yet, but 25 next month. As a 24-year-old, 25-year-old, I'm like, man, why did 16-year-olds say that? Like I was telling the developers how to do their job. I seem so rude. I seem so naive. I seem so stupid. Um, but yeah, it was just quite like an overwhelming thing to get my head around, and I never really fully understood like the consequences of like things that I would say, or what I would allow within my own communities and stuff like that, and the people that I would interact with, like how they could potentially change or affect me later on down the line. Growing up as a kid or a teenager, I wasn't the most social or the most go-getting or the most confident guy in the world. I actually owe a lot to YouTube and to Twitch for building my confidence up, and I guess to you guys as well for putting up with me and like encouraging me to do this stuff. But like if I hadn't of put myself out there and taught you guys how to play Warframe via YouTube, or if I hadn't of like turned my camera on in front of people while live on Twitch, I have no idea the type of guy that I would be, because I remember being such a like unconfident, sort of quiet, withdrawn kid whenever I was younger and a teenager and stuff like that, and just it being built up as I invested more in these platforms. But with obviously the position that I was in as a YouTuber, as a Twitch streamer, you get a lot of people reaching out to you, and not everyone has the best intentions in mind whenever they do reach out to you. And I guess I didn't have a lot of like social experience to notice when I have to put myself first, and whenever I need to tell someone to sort of like take a step back or to stop, doing what they're doing towards me. And it sort of led to me getting taken advantage of a little bit. I guess emotionally, mentally, never really anything big. It's not like I made any like devastating financial decisions or anything like that. I save basically all of the income that I get from YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. Um, but like emotionally and mentally, I'm just gonna be like totally honest. I went for it. I had a few people that sort of dragged me down a lot, and it stressed me out on top of, having to basically approach YouTube and Twitch as a business or a job. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I absolutely love being a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer. Being able to wake up and to start up a live stream and talk to everybody in chat just about a video game and to chill with some good music or something, and then to be able to make a video and read all the comments about what you guys think about a certain build or an augment or a new feature added into the game. It's great. Like, this is literally a dream job. Doing the work for being a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer was never really the problem for me. It was everything else behind the scenes that stressed me out that lead me to basically quitting. So I had a pretty mentally abusive relationship going on in the background while I was, making all of this content while I was live, and I never really put that forward. The people in my circle, my close friends, they all knew that it was basically happening, but whenever you're in that type of scenario, it's basically up to you to make the decision to get out, right? And I was hanging on to it because I was like, this person was nice once, they can be nice again, that their type of thing. And I just sort of got stuck in this loop where this person would constantly be stressing me out. And because I was stressed out by them, I would carry that stress into other aspects of my life. So into my YouTube videos, into my Twitch stream, and it would sort of like jade my mindset or jade my perspective. Like, I'm sure you guys who have been following me on both YouTube and Twitch for a while, maybe even talk to me in Discord, you'll have noticed that I sort of became like this negative, jaded person towards, basically everything, right? And I just sort of like isolated myself eventually, and I just did my own thing. And that is basically what happened. That's why I've been gone for so long, because I just needed to isolate myself to recover from the stressful time that I sort of went through. So the way that I'll break it down for you guys is kind of like this. For the first year, I did a lot of like processing and self-reflection, not just about, what I went through in the relationship that I was in, but also like what I did on YouTube and Twitch, like how I conducted myself, what I could have done better, because it's a lot of time that passed, especially for me, whenever I was doing the YouTube and Twitch stuff, right? Like, it was basically the first big project that I have ever done, and I wanted to self-evaluate like how I did on this first big thing. Of course, it's still like an ongoing thing, right? But to be able to like look back at all the years that had passed and all the events that I've been through and all the work that I did, how I sort of grew as a content creator was pretty cool. I like doing a lot of self-reflection like that. And then also like how I handled myself on Twitch. So I'm gonna lay out like kind of like a little plan in this video for you guys, like what I'm gonna do moving forward. And yeah, I spent 1 year sort of like self-reflecting and figuring out, okay, what do I want to do next? What are the next steps? And then I spent another year sort of like doing things that I wouldn't normally do. So here's another big thing which sort of held me back a bit or made me like take a step away. I put on a ton of fat. I am a relatively short guy. I am 166 centimeters tall, and I was weighing in at around 94, 95 kilograms. Right now, I am down to 63 kilograms. So I've like went through 30 kilograms of weight loss. I look way better than I ever have before. I'm in much better shape, all that there type of stuff. And that was just another one of those like negative consequences that came with, obviously, I guess, the job, right? Because the job, you're sort of sitting around. Like, I was live on Twitch for hours, like 8 hours, 12 hours at a time. And obviously, like, what I was going through with the stress of my relationship in the background. I am a comfort eater, 110%. I love myself a freaking pizza. I love myself a piece of cake. I love Maltesers. All that there type of stuff. They're like my favorite foods, especially whenever I'm feeling something negative. So I overindulged and I put on a lot of weight in that. And I don't really come from a family background that are necessarily the healthiest whenever it comes to cooking and food choices and stuff like that. So I had to do a lot of teaching myself to make better decisions when it comes to, what I'm putting into my body, right? Teaching myself about calories in and out and the macros, all that there type of stuff. I'm in a lot better spot now in terms of my physical health than I was, which is a good thing. But the really good or the really cool thing is that I'm standing here today, 24 years old, going on 25 next month. Time flies. And I am more motivated, more optimistic, more prepared than ever before to take YouTube and Twitch seriously as a career. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm going to try. Like, I don't know if, because of how long it's been since I last posted or done a proper live stream, if the numbers are going to add up to the amount that I would need to make this a career again. But I'm gonna try, and if it doesn't work out within this year, well then I'll go get a different career. I've got a lot of experience doing this job in particular, and I'm sure that's going to carry over into some other type of career if I were to look hard enough, basically. But yeah, I am more motivated than ever before, and it's all about just finding out, like, how am I going to look after myself physically and mentally while I'm taking this as seriously as I want to take it, because I am quite extra whenever it comes to these types of things. I like to double down. I like to focus in really hard and just give things my all. That is just the type of person that I am. So whenever it comes to, like, let's say, for example, the gym, I would focus really hard in the gym. Or if it comes to Warframe, I would focus really hard on Warframe, making everything optimal. Or if it was Valorant, which was something that I did way too much of, I would focus really hard in Valorant and just try to be the best that I can possibly be in that given moment that I'm actually doing whatever it is that I'm doing. So it's all about finding the balance for me now as a 24-year-old that 16-year-old me or 17-year-old me, 18-year-old me, 19-year-old me didn't know how to do. It's also about implementing some variety, because as you guys know, I was live a lot on Twitch. I would be streaming for like 8 to 12 hours at a time, and I would just be live, and then I would stop, I would get food, then I would make a video, and then afterwards I would just go and play like Rainbow Six Siege with my friends. That's what I was doing, back in like 2018. It was just stream, video, food, siege, sleep, repeat. That was basically my life, and that's how, I just sort of like put on the weight. And while I was doing all that, I was dealing with everything else in the background as well. So, stressy, not a lot of variety, very mundane. And now it's about, okay, how can I go out for my walk? How can I go out for my run? How can I go to the gym while also staying on top of my YouTube, my Twitch? How can I cook healthy meals? How do I maintain the relationships with the people that I actually want to maintain relationships with, like my family, for example, or anyone that I talk to right now, that their type of thing, and still have a really good you know, quality time with these people and stuff like that. So yeah, it's basically just about me figuring my life out at the age of 24, 25 that I wasn't able to do between 16 and 22 or 16 and 23, whatever age I was whenever I stopped doing the YouTubes and stuff like that. So yeah, as for like what we're going to do in the channel, you can expect to see like good like Warframe content, the type of stuff that you're going to search for, because that's just kind of how I roll, starting February. And the reason that I'm saying next month instead of this month is because my channel is currently still hooked up to an MCN, and also I need to wrap my head around Warframe again. Like I need to teach myself all the math, all the builds, all that there type of stuff. I need to level like my own incarnates and stuff like that. So I'll probably be live on Twitch between now and when my first video launches, just streaming and like farming some stuff up. So if you want to drop a follow on my Twitch channel, it's twitch.tv/iFlynn. I still have to go and like clean all that there up as well because there's years worth of like Nightbot commands and stuff like that, which are all very messy. And also, if you're watching this and you've been banned in my Twitch channel before, you're now unbanned. I unbanned every single person. So this is like a completely new, fresh start for myself and everyone who's coming to watch the Warframe stuff on Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that. I might do the same with Discord. Discord's a little bit harder because you know, you have to go for each member sort of like individually and see like why they were banned. Maybe they were like a spam account, maybe they posted something very bad, you know, stuff like that. So I can't really go and unban everybody from Discord. But if you come over to the Twitch chat and you hang around enough and I get the feeling that you're cool, and if you've been banned in Discord before, well, I'll lift the ban on Discord, that there type of thing. So yeah, I will start posting Warframe videos next month, stuff that you guys will search for, stuff that will help you guys out whenever it comes to farming in Warframe. I will help you guys out over on Twitch because crossplay is a thing now, so I can play with basically everybody, which is cool. Finally, DE, thank you. Good job. Awesome. And yeah, that's it. This is like the start of a new chapter for me, it kind of feels like, but it's also kind of the same, but it's also new. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But here we are. We're going to do stuff. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. We're going to hang out. We're going to have fun. And that's what it's all about. And we're going to grind all the stuff in Warframe. And then we'll see where things take us, you know? That's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like, sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.